A new edition of Warhammer Kill Team is on the horizon. You know what that means? New models. We've got the Vespids Stingwings and the Tempestous Aons in the new Hivestorm box set that's set to be released in the near future. But where do these guys come from in the lore? Who are they? What are their roles on the battlefields of the far future? Let's get into it. Welcome back to Starhammer. Vespids are an insectoid race of Xenos that are a member race of the Tau Empire and fall into the fire caste in their society. To the forces of the Imperium, they're often called Stingwings. Hailing from a gas giant called Vespid, the Flying Bugmen were a somewhat advanced society when the Tau discovered them. They were more or less unified and possessed a unique crystal-based technology that the Tau were extremely interested in. However, they had yet to achieve spaceflight. When first contact was made, the Tau were initially unable to communicate with the Vespids at all. In fact, the Vespids didn't even acknowledge the Tau as sentient beings themselves. Perplexed with their totally alien minds, very little progress was made by the Tau outside of arranging crystal trades. Eventually, the Ethereals, the Tau leaders, ordered the construction of an interface device that would allow them to sort of form a mental connection with the Vespids. These took the form of helmets, which were referred to as communion helms. After giving them to leading Vespids, communication was instantly established. The Vespids at once understood the concept of the greater good and the role they could serve in it. Now, it is rumored that these are actually some sort of mind control devices. That's not been confirmed as of yet. Maybe we'll finally get an answer to that when some of the new lore drops in this edition. Now you might be thinking,
but Colin, gas giants don't have any land. Where would the Vespids live?
Well, sweaty Warhammer nerd, I'm getting there. High in the upper atmosphere of Vespid are islands of floating rocks, kind of like those ones from the Avatar movie. These islands are kept afloat by lighter-than-air gases trapped within their structure, and are smooth on top while coming to a point toward the bottom, like big cones basically. It's in these rocks that the Vespid build their hives. Toward the bottom of these floating islands lies the crystals I mentioned earlier that power Vespid technology. These crystals form the basis for a lot of things, but particularly the Neutron Blaster their warriors are known to use in combat. These weapons are a Vespid idea and Tau design. Essentially a radiation gun, these weapons excel at penetrating shielded and heavy armor to radioactively cook whoever is unfortunate enough to be inside. Neutron blasters are only used by the Vespid, as the ultrasonic tone produced by their wing vibrations perfectly modulates the energy within, and the amount of radiation these things produce would kill any other species that uses them. Stingwing commanders are known as strain commanders, and are always equipped with communion helms to receive orders from Tau commanders. Unlike some of the other species in the Tau, looking at you, Kroot, Vespids firmly believe in the greater good and will proudly fight and die for it for no reason other than conviction. And who better to help them perish for the cause than the Tempestous Aons of the Imperium of Man? Now, these Aons are entirely new to 40k, so there's not really any lore, but we've got a lot to go off of as they're part of the Tempestous Aons, which are the special forces of the Astra Militarum and the Inquisition. And these guys don't mess around. Known as stormtroopers in low Gothic, these guys are packing hotshot las rifles and hell pistols, which they use with deadly efficiency with the help of their highly advanced HUD provided by their really cool armor. Typically, orphans picked up by the Scala Progenium fulfill the role of being the best of the best the Imperium has to offer, except the Astartes, of course. Those cadets go through an inhuman level of training before being assigned to either the Scala Tempestus or the Officio Prefectus. Those who join the Scala Tempestus go on to become the Delta Force of the Astra Militarum, and are given the finest weapons and armor to complete their often suicidal missions. Their training is more than just combative. These operatives are expected to know and understand the finer points of Imperial history, and be absolutely devout in their worship to the God Emperor, and know their place in the grand war machine that is the Imperial military. They emerge as fearless and calculating killers with surgical precision and ironclad will, because no matter the mission, no matter the odds, no matter how horrifying the foes they face, the Scions can be counted on to accomplish their goal unwaveringly. The Tempestous Aons GW just announced appear to be an even more elite version of these guys, with the jetpacks implying some insane mobility.
Oh, they fly now! They fly now? They fly now!
But let's talk about Kill Team for a second. I haven't played Kill Team in a hot minute, but I'm very excited to see how the Acheilons can perform on the larger 40k battlefields. I'm starting my own Imperial Guard army really soon, so I'll need all the help I can get. But speaking of Kill Team, let's talk about what else comes in this box set. Not only are you getting Stingwings and the Acheilons, but you're also getting a ton of really cool terrain as well. I don't know about you all, but I am a slut for cool terrain. No, for real, I walk into an LGS and I see one of these setups. Ooh boy, that's got me acting a fool. But you're also getting 2 books in the box set as well, the cool rules, as well as a unique one for both of these teams that's going to include a ton of missions, lore, the whole 9 yards. And Kill Team is finally using real measurements to denote distance on their measurement sticks instead of shapes. Thank God for that. So I suspect they're also simplifying a lot more rules as well, just like they did with the 10th edition of 40k. But that's all for this one, y'all. Something short and sweet to cover these really cool new models. I started my journey into Warhammer with Kill Team, and while I haven't played in a long time, it still holds a soft spot in my heart. I'll probably pick up this new edition once it kicks off. I highly recommend starting with Kill Team if money is an issue for you getting into Warhammer, because Lord knows 40k is an expensive hobby to get into. But with Kill Team, all you need is a team of models, a couple of rule books, and you're all set. The games are usually a lot shorter as well, so it's great for those who actually have a life too. So let me know what y'all think of these new models, and if you're excited for the new edition of Kill Team. I know I am. As always, drop a like if you like it, a subscribe if you really liked it, and don't forget to check out my community page for shitposts and shenanigans. I'll see y'all in the next one. Toodles.